Have you ever wondered why your balance improves when you tighten your stomach muscles? Or why your posture feels better after just a few planks? Well, that's the power of your core at work. In this lesson, we will explore how core exercises connect to the fundamental movement patterns we use every day, like squatting, lunging, pushing, pulling, and rotating. But this isn't just about fitness. It's about understanding how your body moves and realizing that the core is more than just abs. It's your center of strength, control, and stability. But before we proceed, let me read to you our learning objectives for this lesson. At the end of a lesson, you are expected to A. Identify the different fundamental core exercises. B. Perform a routine that integrates core exercises with movements patterns. And C. Value the importance of core exercise and breathing in daily routine and regular healthy movements. When we hear the word core, most of us think about abs, those muscles we see in the mirror. But the core is actually much more than that. Think of your core like a strong, supportive box in the middle of your body. In the front, you have muscles like your abs and deep stabilizers like the transverse abdominis. At the back, there are muscles near your spine and glutes. On the top is your diaphragm, and on the bottom is your pelvic floor. All these muscles work together to support your spine and help you move. So, why is core stability important? A stable core helps you perform better in sports, prevents injuries, and can reduce lower back pain. But it's not just about using these muscles. It's also about when they activate. This means that timing matters. The core is involved in almost everything you do: walking, lifting, even standing. A stronger core makes everyday tasks easier and safer. It helps your body stay in the right position and supports your posture. Now let's dive deeper into building core strength using the 7 fundamental human movement patterns. First is Cobra Stretch.
Here we're going to take it down onto your chest into a cobra. Cobra is another foundational yoga pose. It works on back strength, hip strength, really good for fixing your posture and also for preventing back injury. Hands go under your shoulders, so kind of your thumbs are right under your chest. Reach your legs back one at a time, as far as you can, and then press the tops of your toes into the ground. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Pretend like you're holding a piece of paper between your thighs. Squeeze your thighs so that your knees lift off the ground. Pull your belly button up and in toward your lower back. And then using your hip and your core strength, lift your chest about 3 inches off the ground. Make sure that you're not lifting to the left or to the right, but lifting straight up. Press the top of your head forward, away from your hips. Again, still squeezing your legs toward one another, still pushing down through the toes. Opening your chest by squeezing your elbows back and toward one another and down toward the hips. And you'll feel that your hips are working, your glutes are relaxed, your abs are working, and your legs are working too. Top of the head again, really long, no straining through the neck. And then go ahead and release down. As you practice that, as you get better, you'll be able to go deeper into it.
Other examples of push core exercises are push-up plank hold, incline push-up, kneeling shoulder tap push-up, bird dog push-up, and stability ball push-up. Second is hanging leg raises.
The first step to hanging leg raises is of course to be able to hang freely from a bar. This requires some degree of grip strength to be able to get the most benefits from your hanging leg raises. You don't want your grip to give out before your core, so to speak. So with that said, work yourself up to a 30-second hang before you start training your hanging leg raises. The second step is to raise your knees to 90 degrees. You can do this for reps or hold it static for as long as you can in the 90-degree position. The third step is to try to get your knees higher than 90 degrees, preferably as high as your chin or nose. You can do these for reps or hold the static position for as long as you can. The fourth step is keeping your legs straight as you raise them to 90 degrees. Do these for reps until your form breaks down. And the fifth exercise is the full toes to bar. If you followed all these steps but still struggle with getting your toes to the bar, here are some complementary exercises you can try. Try doing knee raises for reps as well as static holds on parallel bars. And when that becomes too easy, you can try L-sit raises as well as holds. These will really help your hanging leg raises a lot. But remember, the most important thing to reach your goal is consistency.
Other examples of pull core exercises are bent over row with isometric hold, resistance band pull aparts, inverted row, renegade rows, and lastly, Superman pull. Third, single leg deadlift.
If you are looking for low back strength, here's the movement you should be doing. A single leg deadlift is a phenomenal movement for the low back, for the core, for the glutes, for the hips, all those good things. It's quite challenging because you're going through that deadlift motion, that hinging motion, but on one leg at a time while still balancing both weights in your arms. I know a lot of times people are looking for fancy strengthening movements and all this. This is a fundamental, or at least it should be a fundamental in your routine if you are wanting to strengthen your low back and improve your overall function.
Other examples of hinge core exercises are kettlebell swing, good morning, hip thrust, glute bridge march, and lastly, cable pull-throughs. The fourth core is called overhead squat.
This is the overhead squat. This is quite a challenging exercise, and it's a good indication of mobility through your shoulders and hips and strength through your core. So it's a really good one to tell just how you move in general. And we're gonna start with the bar overhead. The point, we wanna keep a nice neutral posture throughout this exercise. And as he comes down, we wanna maintain that, stay upright, and that's pretty good position right there. You can tell it's a little bit taxing on the shoulders. Good, and you can come back up. But that was really quite well done. That will protect everything, keep everything nice and safe, and it's nice and challenging.
Other examples of squat core exercises are wall squat hold, bodyweight box squat, counterbalance squat, sumo goblet squat, and wall-facing squat. The fifth core is called walking lunge. The walking lunge. To do this, stand tall with feet hip-width apart and arms at your sides, or holding weight. Step forward with one leg and lower into a lunge by bending both knees to 90 degrees, keeping the front knee aligned with the ankle and back knee hovering just above the floor. Push through the front heel to step forward into the next lunge. Engage core to maintain balance and posture. Other examples of lunge core exercises are reverse lunge with twist, lateral lunge with reach, split squat hold, overhead walking lunge, and crossover or curtsy lunge. Next, supine twist.
Begin by placing your hands to your side and tighten your core. This time, we are going to rotate the knees to one side to approximately 45 degrees. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds before returning to the center position. As As you rotate to the side, maintain core tightness and try not to roll your upper body with your legs. One repetition is moving to the left and to the right 1 time. Complete 3 sets of 10 repetitions. If there is any discomfort when moving to one side, make sure that you only go to the distance that is still comfortable before returning to the center.
Other examples of rotation core exercises are Russian twists, cable wood choppers, medicine ball rotational throw, Pallof press, and seated oblique crunch. And the last one, but not the least, farmer's carry.
Exercise that improves grip strength, challenges the flexors and extensors in the forearms, and provides cardiovascular endurance. Place a heavy set of dumbbells or kettlebells on the floor, about 18 inches apart. Step in between the bells. Bend at your hips and knees to grab the bells. Use your legs to push up to standing. Go for a walk while holding the bells. Keep walking until you feel significant fatigue in your forearms and hands, or until your heart rate or breathing necessitate that you take a cardio break.
Other examples of gait core exercises are suitcase carry, overhead carry, front rack carry, waiter carry, and lastly, bear crawl. However, class, having strong muscles in your core isn't enough. You need to know how to turn them on at the right time. That's where breathing and bracing comes in. They are the first step before you move, lift, run, or even stand up straight.
Abdominal bracing. What stabilizes our spine? The entire abdominal area is like a big balloon that contains all the internal organs and the spine. For the balloon to maintain internal pressure and not explode or collapse, we must wrap it in a tight girdle and protect it from all sides. This is how our abdominal girdle is built. The walls around it are actually the muscles that stabilize the abdomen and spine. Bracing is a technique for stabilizing the spine. Basically, in bracing, we tighten all the muscles surrounding the abdomen. As we contract the abdominal muscles, the erector spine and muscles immediately go into joint action and support the back from the rear. In essence, we create a natural girdle that stabilizes and protects the spine. We also contract the pelvic floor muscles from below. When we want to maintain maximal posture, we will inhale, which causes the diaphragm to descend and increase the rigidity of the torso. In all the exercises presented here, the aim is to maintain the spine as in a neutral standing position. To do this, we will contract all the abdominal muscles without leaving the neutral position. Practicing bracing in pairs. The trainee stands steady with arms straight out in front. His aim is to keep his arms in the same place. The instructor will push his arms or legs to the sides, adding the element of surprise as well. In the video, you can see the speedy reaction of the abdominal girdle and how all the muscles work together to maintain stability.
In order for us to understand how bracing works, class, let's watch this video.
This exercise is titled Abdominal Brace. The purpose of this exercise is to learn how to brace your lumbar spine using your abdominals. This is very important to learn in order to properly progress to a core strengthening program. You will start by lying on your back with knees bent. Place your fingers at a 45-degree angle right above your pelvic bone. Take a deep breath in and slowly let it all out. As you exhale, focus on drawing the belly button towards your spine and contracting the lateral abdominals. You should feel tension under your fingers. Hold for 10 seconds and then relax. Make sure that as you tighten your stomach, the pelvis does not arch in any way. And also make sure that the chest and shoulders do not lift up or shrug. If you're having a hard time with this, try coughing or giggling, as this should automatically create an abdominal brace. Perform 10 repetitions of 10-second holds.
But class, what do you think is the correct way of breathing?
Take a deep breath. If you feel like you're going up and getting a little bit taller, you're breathing so wrong. Breathing wrong is when you use your neck and shoulders to pick up your thoracic cavity. So do this now. Take a deep breath and watch. If you feel like you're going up and getting a little bit taller, and then you come down and settle down on your exhale, it's actually a dysfunctional breath. At 5 and under, I've found that most kids breathe perfectly. So a number of things happen so that when you ask a 10-year-old to breathe, they start breathing with that upper body breath that's actually anatomically incongruous and leads to us being in fight and flight, more anxious, having neck and shoulder pain, not being able to sleep, and having digestive problems. So how did we get there? Number one is that child starts sitting a lot. They start going to school. We sit way too much, 13 to 16 hours a day. Number two is injuries. If you're a little kid and all of a sudden you start skateboarding or skiing, anything that hurts the middle of your body, you immediately stop inhaling and expanding because it hurts. And your breath goes all the way up here to be an upper body or a vertical breath. You start wearing waistbands, bra straps, compression garments. You start sucking in your gut, and all of a sudden that breath that was perfect before you were 5 turns into a dysfunctional one as an adult, and it stays there until you fix it right now. A good breath, a breath that's anatomically congruous, it goes with the rest of your body, is that you inhale and you expand your body. Neck and shoulders don't move. You expand all the way around, 360 degrees. You come forwards a little bit, your sides open up, and even your back opens up. And if you want to see what this looks like, look at your dog, your cat, your fish, any animal on the planet except for us, and you'll see them breathe perfectly, 360 degrees all the way around, expanding on the inhale and contracting, wringing out, getting narrower on the exhale. No neck and shoulder movement.
Breathing and bracing are essential for core stability and spinal protection, especially when lifting or exerting force. Every day we exert force we don't even know when we do things in our routine and chores. You might not know it, but the importance of these two are connected and are one. Breathe in. A deep belly breath pushes your diaphragm down, which significantly increases intra-abdominal pressure, IAP, inside your core, bracing and tightening your core. You then tighten your abdominal muscles. Imagine a situation like you are preparing for a punch directly in your stomach. This action traps the increased IAP, creating a rigid cylinder around your lower back. The result is, the combination acts like an internal weightlifting belt, powerfully supporting your spine, preventing injury, and allowing you to generate more force. Core exercises gives many benefits. One is that it strengthens the intricate network of muscles forming your core, which acts as the body's central stabilizer. When this enhanced core strength progressively improves our daily movement and efficiency in making everyday tasks like lifting, bending, and walking feel easier and safer, and significantly boosts balance and agility, while proper breathing ensures muscles get enough oxygen, preventing fatigue, while bracing, co-contracting core muscles to create pressure and stabilizes the spine. Together, these techniques protect against injury, especially during difficult activity, and create a powerful, efficient base for all movements.